Do you find yourself yelling and being so frustrated and telling yourself, oh, I just need more patience? Friend, today we're going to talk about how to control your anger without yelling and the 3 P's that you actually need in order to master responding without yelling. And it's not patience. That's the biggest misconception that I hear a lot of parents thinking is going to get them out of this pattern. And boy, are we going to solve your problem with a lot more simplicity today. Hello and welcome to the Sustainable Parenting Podcast. Let me tell you, friend, this place is different. We fill that gap between gentle parenting and harsh discipline that's really missing to parent with kindness and firmness at the same time, and give you the exact steps to be able to parent in ways that are more realistic and effective, and for that reason, finally feel sustainable. Welcome. So we're going to get into the 3 P's that you really need instead of patience. The 3 P's that are so much more powerful, so much more effective, and honestly, guys, simpler. And when parents use these 3 P's, I see them coming back sometimes within 1 week, at the most 3 to 4 weeks, saying, holy cow, I'm seeing such a difference in my ability to stay calm and my ability to not get so angry and not be yelling. So first, I want to talk about acknowledging what's underneath our anger. So friend, I ask you today to pause and think about, am I getting angry just because of the situation, or is it because the time travel of blame and fear that gets me to not only be upset about what just happened, but be upset about the layer of what I'm putting on top of that? Does that mean I've messed everything up to this point, or does that mean my kid is going to fail in the future? That gets us to a place of fear where we're going to likely panic, and with that panic, we easily could end up yelling. So friend, one primary way to stop yelling is to notice that and to acknowledge that if we go down that road, we're going to keep being angry and we need to find a different road. So let me offer you 3 valuable P words that take you down a more effective road and amazingly put you in a space of being less likely to be so angry and less likely to be yelling. I think of a mom who I'll call Dana, who I've been working with a very challenging son who's going into 5th grade, who has been getting, sent to the principal's office many times during this last school year, was running away from the school, running away from outside of his house because of being so upset, like severe challenging behaviors. And of course, as you can imagine, that was leading mom to have moments of yelling, like, why are you doing this? Why are you making this so hard? And this week in our parent coaching session, she had this to say: it is wild how much less yelling there is in our house right now. We're not having the knockdown 3-hour screaming fights that we were having just 3 months ago. My parents have spent a lot of time with us in the last 2 months, and my dad just said last week, boy, you've completely changed how you're parenting the kids, and I see a difference. I'm so proud of you. So I want to help you have the same results that Dana had. And here's how we get there. Those 3 P's are a plan, practice, and pause. A plan, practice, or pause. Now, if you've been with me for a while, hopefully you've been hearing this again and again, and it is because it's so foundational that we need to make agreements in advance to see things go better. I mean, the truth of the matter is we end up spending our parenting energy either putting out fires or in prevention. And the plan is the prevention. It's like, let's not keep getting so frustrated at bedtime because my gosh, every night it's like they're asking for one more thing and one more hug and they're coming out 15 times. It's so frustrating. I'm so angry. Then I end up yelling. What we're missing is a plan, an agreement in advance that says, hey, let's be crystal clear. We're going to do bedtime like this. And when it goes this way, we have this reward in the morning, or we have space for this many books at the end of our routine. When we don't, we don't. And follow through. And boy, we start seeing change. make some more plans. Like I got so frustrated with my son one summer because he kept leaving his bike in the driveway at the end of the night. I'd have put him to bed. I'd come out to look at my plants because I love gardening, be walking around and see, dang, that gosh darn bike is sitting in the driveway again. And I'd be pissed and I'd want to maybe yell at him in the morning, like, oh, why do you keep doing this? So that frustration was solved with prevention. A plan of saying, you know what, Caleb, I'm not going to keep nagging you. Or as it is worded in a book I've been reading recently about raising mentally strong kids. Love it by Daniel Amen as a side note. In this book, he uses the wording of saying, I love you too much to nag and repeat myself. Or yell at you. So I'm just going to be clear with you. If the bike is left out, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the shed and it won't be available for a few days. And when you put it away, it's totally yours and free to use when you want. Okay? Just letting you know you choose. When we empower ourselves with plans like that, boy, does it change our attitude. You get sad, not mad. You're like, this is a bummer for you that you're not going to be able to have the such and such. I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm just going to be sad for you that you have lost a privilege because of what we agreed would happen. Step 2 is to work on using the tool of pause. Pause is the hardest and most effective tool when mastered. I teach a 3-step process. It's one of my favorites when kids are upset that we call whoa, low, and slow. And one of the crucial pieces is that after each step of that recipe, we pause. When the child's getting upset and dysregulated, we say, whoa. Or they're being very defiant and resistant, we say, whoa. Or they're ignoring us and continuing to just spin around and have really playful, chaotic energy, we say, whoa, hold on. Count to 7 with some silence. Most parents tell me when they master this, that whoa is 90% for them. Like, oh, Flora, that's so important for me because it just makes me like not start yelling, but gives me space to go, okay, how am I going to do step 2? And step 2 is to be able to say, you seem feeling word. You seem frustrated. You seem so wiggly. You're not being able to listen. Or we use the 3 words of I notice. And then we name the challenge we're seeing. I notice this is hard for you. You're not wanting to leave the park. That's not really 3 words, I guess, but it starts with 2 words. And then the third is like you insert what you're noticing. And then we pause. We're talking in a slow way, a slow pace, with a low voice. And then we end with, what can we do to make this better? Friend, if you'd like to get a magnet with this template on it, or you'd like to at least have just the printout, both of those are available in the show notes of this episode. Be sure to look in that description and find where you can click to get a magnet of the Whoa, Low, Slow template or a PDF to print at home. So first of all, we're mastering a plan. Second of all, we're using pause. And third P is practice. Give yourself permission that it's not always going to be easy right away. And goodness, if you need help with that, reach out to a parenting coach like myself to get the help you're needing so that you can have support through that practice. But give yourself permission to be imperfect and to know that you can imperfectly be a wonderful parent that's working on progress and that's making change. Friend, these are the 3 things that I see really move the needle for folks like Dana. That's how Dana got to a place where she's like, I'm not yelling anymore. She's making a plan on a regular basis. She told me this about technology. She said, we used to have so many upsets and yelling battles around technology every time we'd ask him to turn it off. Now we've just been more clear about our plan and firm in following through on that plan consistently. And what do you know? It's decreased his resistance, decreased our battles, which decreased our anger and fights. Secondly, she's been practicing whoa, low, and slow. and using pause. And she's like, I can't believe the number of upsets we've been able to move out of instead of moving into explosions. Because I used to say, you're being so difficult. Why can't you just do the thing? Why are you being so upset? And that would make him more upset. Then I'd get more upset. But instead, when I use whoa, low, and slow, it de escalates things. And what do you know? When I'm able to de escalate things, I feel more confident as a mom. And as I'm de escalating things, it feels so good to know we have a different way to respond to his resistance and defiance or silly wiggly body. We don't have to go the old way that led to yelling. And third of all, she's been giving herself way more permission to just be in a practice mode and be learning and to not judge herself when things don't go well, but instead to reflect like, what did I learn from that and what could I do differently next time? Not in a shoulda way, but in a, I'm going to choose next time to try this instead kind of way. So friend, I really hope this serves you as well to move away from yelling and to actually have a solution that works. Instead of telling yourself you need to be more patient, lean into the P's of making a plan, having more pause, giving yourself permission to still be learning and growing. And please join me next episode as we're going to be talking about why kids have angry outbursts at home more often than in public. Why do we seem to hear from the teacher and the camp counselors that this kid is so polite and cooperative, and yet they come home meltdown in the car as soon as they've shut the door or lash out on their siblings or us? We are going to answer the question, why do they do that? And what can we do about it? See you next time.